Alright, what's up guys? Axeltoss here with another Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void replay from the Korean Grandmaster ladder. That's right, this isn't North America, this isn't Europe, this is the Korean Grandmaster ladder. All the courtesy to this gentleman in the bottom left hand side of Dusk Towers. He is your red Protoss player state. And welcome again guys to the super secret, I don't know what I'm calling this, the super secret replay club. Because these are the top strategies, these are the freshest strategies out of the best league in the world, the Korean Grandmaster ladder. This is where all the top pros do their practicing, and we're seeing these basically fresh out of the box. These are the latest strategies used by the pro players, so feel free to get out your notepad on your computer, or I'm a pen and paper guy, so if you got a pen and paper, maybe get that out too, because taking notes would not be a bad decision here as you try to decide how to approach your ladder play in Legacy of the Void. I personally have been playing random, so this is an absolute treat to be able to look at all these replays, of course mostly from a Protoss player perspective and state, but I will be going through PvZs, PvTs, and PvPs throughout all these replays. And again, huge shout out to State who shared these replays with me. And I'm going to cast him until he yells at me and tells me not to, because I know some players are particular about their playstyles and whatnot, but he's just grinding the ladder and he's sharing his replays, so I want to share it with other people as well, hence these videos. So, without any further ado, let's talk about this game. It is a PvZ. Ooh, okay, we're already seeing some interesting things. Let's talk about very quickly what these two openings are. Okay, so I think that was a Nexus first. Place the pylon up there near the ramp, then place down the Nexus, then the gateway, and then adding on 2 gases, and then the second pylon over here. So very basic opening so far. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, the interesting thing here is in this location, on the other side of the map here, we have a... Okay, so I think what happened was, yes, hatch first. Certainly, yes, this was a hatch first. And then I think he got a gas after the hatchery and then got the pool. I think I want to say that's true. I think that's true. Yes, I think he went for the 15 hatch and then immediately a gas and then a little bit after a pool with a drone or 2 scattered in there. So you Zerg players, you can see what these Zerg players are doing on the Korean Grandmaster ladder. Immediately going into speed. And it's important to note, Protoss players, if you're scouting, I think he scouted right after putting down the Nexus or after putting down perhaps the gateway. He went and scouted with this probe. And this is what he's looking for. He's like, okay, is there a fast third hatchery? Is there a fast gas? And he spotted the fast gas. He spotted the pool timing. He spotted the hatchery at the natural. It's very important to see. So State might have an idea of what's going on here. So we'll keep that in mind. Meanwhile, set record down. Zealot at the wall. Looks like his warp gates makes sense. We have a stalker on the way too from the gateway. So no adept right now. And again, a lot of these things we have to keep in mind that he saw the vast gas. Also getting a Twilight Council. And look at the location of this. It's very hard to scout. So let's see what the Zerg player sees. One of the hardest spots to actually scout. And so State's certainly hiding that on purpose. 4 Zerglings going to peek up there. Also, Overlord over here. And again, this is what's happening. Evo chamber should come down soon. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. I feel like that's what this is. Maybe not. Sometimes players will get the early gas, the early speed. They will get an Evo chamber so their overlords can drop. And then they will use that to get lings into the main. But for now, perhaps because he was scouted, the barcode is not going to be doing that. Instead, putting down a Roach Warren, has a gas there at his natural expansion. And this might be because of the Stalker that came out. I think State, and this is all just theory crafting right now, I could be completely wrong. Ooh. State got the early Stalker to deny Overlords to prevent the drop shenanigans from happening since he saw the early gas, which meant early speed and likely early drop play. Again, if you're new to this Legacy of the Void, the Zerg player, if he gets an Evo chamber out early, that enables him to turn his Overlord into an Overlord that can carry Zerglings. And since State scouted the early gas and pool, I think he kind of guessed that was happening, so he placed down the Stalker to make sure the Overlords stay away. So behind this, or in front of that, I should say, we have the Twilight Council, immediately starting with... Wait, what? I thought it was going to be Blink, but no, it is the... I don't even know what it's called, but it basically makes Adepts shoot super quickly fast. And a Warp Prism coming out. So we have 4 gateways, and the Zerg, does he have any idea? I do want to talk a bit about the current metagame in PvZ, or what I've observed of it. I mean, come on, it's such an expansive topic. It's really hard to say much about it, but a lot of Protoss players I've been observing have been going for 2-base type heavy pressure plays. I'm not going to say all in, but I'll say all in. A lot of Protoss players have been going for 2-base all ins. That's just what they've been doing. Because I don't think they like macroing against Zergs. I don't like it either right now. It's scary. It's hard. So Zergs, the challenge is, how do we keep the scariness from happening? And this is one of the scarinesses right now. But we have a Dark Shrine there too, so this is very interesting. We have 7 gateways. The adept speed shooting thing. We have a warp prism immediately out of the robo, and now we're seeing a bazillion adepts being warped into the main. Okay, let's see how the barcode deals with this. We have the adepts kind of splitting up. They want to stay alive. It's very important. The roaches have to decide which way to go. The adepts trying to get in the back of the middle line. This is all about the drone kills. The drones being evacuated from that natural expansion. Looks like they're not being evacuated just yet from the third. And remember, this is just the calm before the storm. You know what? State might be looking for spore crawlers and stuff too. There's one right there. Could he target down the spore crawlers so the DTs are effective? Okay, he's not doing that right now. Just taking down the drones. The DT shrine is done. Is he supply blocked? No, yes, actually he is kind of supply blocked. That's no fun. Okay, 3 DTs in. No spores here. And you better be darned. You better be... you are certain we are right. It is true. State knows. He knows. You better believe he knows there's no spore here. So that's why he sent the DTs to chop down that hatchery. There's DTs in the main base. I think a drone just killed the DT. You will only see that 2 more times in your life. I guarantee it. No spore in the natural either. So we have a layer. We need overseers from the Zerg player. He's freaking out. He still has 57 workers here. That's actually really reasonable. Behind this, State is securing a 3rd base, so we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, he's focusing on the DTs. How much damage can the DTs do? 15 workers killed so far. Units lost is in favor of State. Depth still being extremely annoying. And look at this 3rd base. Is like, no, it's not happening. The 3 DTs are denying that every second of the day. Meanwhile, overseers nowhere to be found. Where's the overseer? Okay, there it is. Now he's going to keep that there to make sure the DT doesn't scare him anymore. Meanwhile, still no spore over here. I'm so surprised there wasn't any DTs sent over here. They could be doing so much damage right now. The State watches this replay. Maybe he does that next time. Of course, there's a spore in the main, so that would be less effective. But let's recap that really, really quick. I know, StarCraft 2. Hold on tight. Hold your breath, but don't hold your breath too long, because there's a lot going on in a very short amount of time. And that makes the commentator job very challenging. But, hey, challenge accepted. It's great fun. It's just a huge math problem, isn't it? So, what happened there was, we saw the fast hatchery, we theorized about potential quick drop stuff, a relatively quick 3rd. The theme, though, here being the Zerg trying to figure out what the opponent is doing, just kind of doing like a cookie cutter safe type build, just making sure to have all, roach run down, just have the safety things down, have a layer down, just in case, something weird is thrown at them. And then we saw from State, that's where a lot of the initiation of this game is coming from. Straight into Twilight Council was the first thing he built, and then he went straight into the Adept Speed Boost thingy majiggy, and that's what they're going to rename it in the next patch. I guarantee it. I probably say I guarantee it too much. I think there's 1% chance that happens. Anyway, adding on the gateways, adding on the robo, and attacking with the super fast adepts. And behind that, sneaky, also placing down a Dark Shrine. So, cool build there. Protoss players, I know you're taking notes. Zerg players, I apologize if that starts happening to you on ladder. And behind that, he's getting a 3rd base. He's getting a 3rd base behind all that. So, taking down the 3rd, doing lots of harassment. And I think State might win this, actually. We've only seen State losses so far, so I'm pretty happy. Alright, coming into the natural expansion. Gosh, I don't think there's a chance for the Zerg here. There's so many Stalkers, so many Immortals. We have Ravagers, Roaches, and Queens trying to damage. Look at this, he's actually able to shoot away. Wow. I thought that was going to go one direction, the Protoss' way. Oh boy. Okay, meanwhile, there's some shenaniganry happening in the main base. Some more adepts being dropped down. 2 adepts being sent to the back. Oh, were there lurkers involved? No, there weren't. He hasn't made any lurkers yet. Okay, he does have a lurker den. If you're new to Legacy of the Void, lurkers can be made now. No, a Brood War flashback. You got to make Hydras first. You got to have this structure, the lurker den, and then you can make lurkers. But none on the field just yet. And this is curious because is there this Immortal is just lost. He doesn't want anything to do. He's the pacifist. He's trying to change the world right now and just preach for peace. But I don't think anyone will listen to him, and he's going to go to He's going to go to Crazy House or something. But anyway, there's GG happening. Yeah. Pretty basic resolution there. The barcode unable to deal with all the harassment and all the different bases. And gosh, State is just able to basically roll over his opponent here. I'm pretty happy about that too, because all the State games I've casted so far have been losses. But hey, State won a game. So again, quick recap. Zerg going for the fast hatchery. I think he thought about doing some shenaniganry with the Zerglings. Then went into the third, getting the Roach Warren down, and then just playing reactively, basically. Eventually getting the Lurker Den, but more importantly, trying to find out what his opponent is doing. The main story of the day, though, State doing a great job hiding exactly what he was doing. Going for the early Twilight to get the early upgrade on the Adepts, adding on 7 gateways to go up to 8 gateways total. So 8 gateways with the Twilight, with the Adept speed researched in a Warp Prism, and just going, I don't want to say going ham. I think that's overused in gaming, but being extremely aggressive with those Adepts. And then behind all of that, to add sugar to the cake, to add spice to the hot sauce, or the hot wings, he put on a Dark Shrine while that was happening. And then DTs just started doing so much damage. And from there, he was taking third base, got some Archons, even going into, I think this is Disruptor play. I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like he's getting Disruptors out just in case. And then just able to just make units, because he denied his opponent's third base for so long. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are at Zerg. If you get your third base denied that much, it's very hard to come back, very hard to win in StarCraft 2 against the Protoss players good at State. All right, that's going to be the end of this commentary. If you're watching this video, there's a 30% chance. I did the math. There's a 30% chance, 33.33 repeating, in fact, percent chance that State is actually streaming as I speak and as you listen to me speak right now. So head on over to the description. I'll put the link down there. Go check out his stream. Support this guy. He's awesome. And he's sharing replays with people watching his stream, and I'm the guy who gets those replays and commentates a few of them and puts them on YouTube to share with people. I will keep doing that until he yells at me. I hope it's okay, but I want to learn, so I'm going through these replays, and I thought, you know what? I want to help others learn too. Oh, he has 2 Forges in there too. I want to help others learn too, so I'm going to put some of these on YouTube. And also, it's nice. We get the Protoss perspective, and we also get the other side. So if you're a Zerg or Terran, stay tuned. We're going to have more ideas from the Zergs and Terrans on the Korean Grandmaster ladder. Again, this is the Korean Grandmaster ladder. These are the best games, and these are very recent, very fresh. So thanks for tuning into the Secret Replay Korean Grandmaster Club, and stay tuned for the next one.